wipe this down like that. Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Nice. So remember when we were doing plyos, I told you to like think about not stopping your left shoulder, right? Because when you stop your left shoulder, it makes it so that you almost do this when you're like about to let go of the ball, right? And that makes it so that there's energy moving this way and then energy moving that way, and there's almost like crossing, right? So what's rule number 3?
Don't cut. Don't.
No, that's rule number 2. Rule number 3 is what? Make it past the glove hip, right? So if you separate your hands, right? When you separate your hands, think of it of separating your hand with the palm facing down, right? Because now if you were to pull, I'd rather you pull than push out, right? Because I don't want you to do this and push your energy away from you. I want it working back in. So like everything almost has to be a pull this way, whether it's across or down or straight in this way. It can't be out, because then that's almost like if you were swimming, right? Because if you swim, what do? Right? You push your hands out because you need to go forward, right? But you can also turn, right? Because we're not trying to go forward, we're trying to move sideways, right? And then once you get sideways, we want to rotate. And if I can just pull my arm this way and then turn my shoulders, it makes it easier for me to throw. So it's like almost you're gonna look over your left shoulder until you can't, and then as soon as you can't, you're gonna throw the ball, okay? Yeah, I'll take that. Not bad.
Thanks. If I brought my ball to the table, he's going to crazy ball. Sweet.
Oh yeah! That's a good spot. Okay, and another thing, right? So, like, say if you finish a race, right? Is there something past the finish? No, right? The race is over, right? You've already run the length of the track. So that's the same thing with your legs, right? If you can go as far as you can sideways, can you go further? No, right? Because you've already reached the end, right? You got to go as far as you can go that it's comfortable for it, but you're able to control it to where you can snap your legs that way, right? But if you go too far and you're off balance, like, that's not what I want. I want to be able to go as sideways as possible, because if I can keep my front side closed, it's just going to make it easier for me to almost like hold my energy to like release it right at release, right? Because if I'm slowly opening my front shoulder, it makes it that it slowly loses the energy that I stored, right? And now I'm almost pushing the ball instead of throwing the ball, right? And I don't really want to aim it because I'm gonna throw it slower, and I have a bigger chance of missing because now I'm not moving at 100% effort because I'm taking some off to try and put it somewhere, right? But if I just look at it, right, and I kind of lock in on that spot and I try and actually throw it there, I give myself, even if I miss, right? Even if you miss, it's still a better thrown baseball than that, right? Because even if you miss here, it's slower than if it was this. And if you miss, what if you miss down the middle?
Then it's gone.
Then it's like a big balloon, right? But now if I miss and I yank it left, right, it's hard, and now the hitter's like, oh snap, he just missed all the way over there, right? Like, it's almost like an intimidation factor. Like, I don't want you to be all the way strikes because that just makes you really easy to hit, right? Because if I know that you're going to be around here all day, I'll just know to sit right there all day, right? You got to be able to mix them in, like, even if it's not on purpose, but still, like, it's not always about, like, being pinpoint, because pinpoint might hurt you sometimes. Yeah. Spot.
Eric, they're up there too.
Sweet. Look, so you get an instant replay whenever you throw it. You too, Rye. If you look at the screen to the left, there's your instant replay. See how you kind of almost fell back though? Like you kind of caught yourself. Look, you see how I like go really slow and then you hold it there? It's fast. Like once you get to your balance point, I want to see how fast you can go sideways and hold that move until you're ready to go. Atta boy, good spot.
Have you rolled out your bicep with the pipe before? Once? Did it hurt?
Yeah.
Sweet. Doing it again.
Yeah. Don't stop your left shoulder. Oh. Don't stop your left shoulder. So like whenever you come square like that, right? Whenever you bang your body into your arm, that's when I know that you didn't go as far as you could, right? Because like you don't have to release the ball with your shoulder square, right? You can release the ball with the right shoulder being ahead of the left, right? You can be that way. You don't necessarily have to be right here. Go ahead, Ryan.
I thought you were going to talk about forever.
Don't stop your hand. Look, you're gonna see your palm go down and like turn over your glove. You see? You see how his hand just does that? That's how I know he's like stopping his hand. Because that's the defense mechanism for it. Because that's how you activate your tricep, which is decelerators, which is when you gotta let go and then stop. Right? Trying to keep, hey, think about like slapping your pocket, almost. Like the other pocket. Like from your right hand, I want you to slap your left pocket. Yeah, there you go.
Where was your pain at? Where were you sore? Tricep. Right? So you're stopping. Right?
Oh, he has tricep soreness?
You took a week off and he was sore like right back here.
Oh, but that's probably why though, because look, whenever you turn your hand over, you activate the back of your arm, right? And triceps, yeah, so like whenever you do that, it's almost like when you let go and you're doing that, you're trying to slow your hand down. But you don't need to slow your hand down. You're trying to go fast, go fast. Go fast, fast, fast. And that way, you can almost keep your hand all the way facing you almost. Yeah. Like you can do this all day. You can do that all day, right? It's when it's here that gets a little bit iffy because now that rotation part starts pinching the front of my shoulder, the back of my tricep, and then the back of my elbow, right? If I can stay in that, it's almost like I'm hugging somebody, right? You can hug somebody all day and never get tired, right? It's the same thing. It's that, okay? Just think of it like that.
Where are your eyes on
Backwards. Better. Do you see his hand holds up? Look. You'll see it on the screen. Just holds his hand. Better. The angle of it is better, but don't slow your hand. Think about literally slapping. Yeah. Nice. So look, you might see a little bit of hand separation towards the catcher, right? So that's that thing we were talking about, right? If you go low hands, it makes it really easy for you to go back into that, right? You want to be able to think of it as like a rubber band, right? You have two rubber bands stuck to your thumbs, right? I want you to stretch it, but you cannot break it, right? And you break it when you go forward, so it needs to be that move right here. You need to stretch it.
Yeah, you just fell off the mountain, right? You got things farther in your stride. The front leg is blocking.
Okay, never mind. I see just
You want
one.
the front leg to block us. Pull like that. And all the energy is going to transfer to our elbow. When we go over our front knee like that, we're going to lose everything that we're just trying to build.
All right, let's go like two more. Two more fastballs. See, look, right here, you're gonna shoot your elbow first. It's almost like you're doing that thing again, right? So like two-seamer, you can't think of it like as a different pitch. It's almost like your fastball. The grip is gonna do the work for you, okay? So you can't think of it as two different ideas because you're still trying to throw them hard, right? You still want them to be fast and do their move, right? But the only reason the four-seam goes straight is just because of the spin of the seams, right? The spin is that, whereas two-seam, it's that, right? And that's all it is. So you still gotta throw it hard, still gotta stay on top of it. Yeah, make a play, make a play. What a boy. Very good though, look. Beautiful pitch, right? Only thing I could say on that one is that the left shoulder stops and then you kind of bang, right? So like your issue is always going to be this, right? You're always going to be like that on the finish, right? It's just about making this move that, so now you can have that space, right? Because yeah, it's that. Yeah. Hey, keep your left shoulder moving though, right? Think of it like a two-handed throw, right? Your arm can't just stop and then throw around it. It's got to help you move. Good, just a little bit too fast though. Like, you got to make it a smooth move, right? That's the idea though. Like, I love how the shoulders move together because it's all about making the shoulders move, right? Because now, once I move my shoulders, my hand's exactly where my shoulders are, right? But now if I move my elbow, where's my hand? behind you, right? It's gonna be flip almost instead of like a throw, right? Because I need your hand to be first because it needs to be almost like a slam dunk, right? How do you slam dunk? Do you go under the rim, even with the rim, or over the rim? You gotta go over because that's the only way the ball's gonna go in, right? So it's that way. So it's like, rather than like a high five, because I don't want you to go straight there. Like I don't want you to be a robot, right? I want you to have some angle to you to where you can actually pull down on the ball and then get some spin on it, right? Because it's not about just that, right? It's being able to be forceful with it down. You too, Rylan. Like you need to let your right shoulder go down more, right? And that's gonna help you loosen up the hand. Yeah. Okay, last one each. Attaboy, good job. See, look, watch your finish. Let's see if you cross. Yep, right? You saw your hand go on the other side of your arm, right? That's the thing. It's almost like they chase each other the entire time. Should be like all the way back here.
Are you gripping that pretty tight?
You want one more, Rylan?
Yeah.
One more, sir. One more first strike, baby. Come on. You got this. I would say like playoffs, like your Yankees, but they didn't. They're out just like my Padres. We're at home. One more. So you see how you're slower and you're like cutting it short, right? Try to gain ground, right? Try to go as far as you can go down the mountain. It's gonna make it easier for you to use your legs.
No, stretch. Do stretch.
4 mile an hour, slower than your fastball. You want to be even more slow. Alright, so just try and do something really more.
There it is. Attaboy. Good job. All right, go pick him up now, and then we're gonna go do some arm care.
Riley, give me your glove. Don't throw it. I'm gonna take him out to the car. Okay, it's a weirdo. And I got your water too.
Later, weirdo.
I'll see you next week.
Don't be so weird next time, huh?
Thanks for your help today.
Or whatever.
Okay?
What's up, Mr. Fawcett? What's good?
Alright. Big fastball.
Dog's your dog guy? You have a dog? You want a dog? Ask that guy. Why not? If your head wasn't attached to you, you'd probably lose it. But that response tells me all, baby.
Mom, I forgot your